Good day, folks. Welcome to the MB Wildman channel. On today's video, we're trying to figure out how we're going to get this beauty big European moose skull. This is my moose from the 2022 hunt, and special thanks to Walker McIntosh for getting the Euro done up so quickly for me. But we got to get it up on the wall, and we got to do it in a new and I'm going to do it in a new way, never done before. I'm going to try out a new product, so I thought I'd bring you along with me. So anyway, listen, if you haven't yet subscribed to the Wildman channel, we sure would appreciate it. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell if you like the content and you want to get uploaded when we upload new stuff, or you want to get notified when we upload new stuff. Somewhere down along there's also a button that says Super Thanks. You can go ahead and if you want to give back or donate to the MB Wildman channel, you're certainly welcome to do that. All of that money that comes in goes to youth hunting and youth trapping programs here in New Brunswick. So if you feel like supporting that, you can go ahead and do that. But here we are, and we are going to use a product. I got to set this skull down without wrecking something. Hold on. Bunch of horns in the way. Always a good idea. But all right, so the product that we're going to use is this one. This is called the Skull Hooker. Okay, so this is a European skull quick mount bracket. Pick this up on Amazon. I will drop a link in the description down below as to where you can get one of these. Just be aware there's two different sizes. There's a big and a small. So the big ones they recommend for like elk and moose and stuff like that. And then the smaller ones for deer or bear or whatever. So we're going to go ahead and crack this baby out of the box and see what we're looking at and how difficult or easy it is to use. And hopefully we can get this bad boy up on the wall here just in a few minutes. Okay, so I set the moose head just over there, and we're going to crack this baby open. So it says it's good for longhorn, caribou, moose, and bison, and other large game. This wasn't actually too bad. I think I paid, it was less than $100 for this system. And let's crack it open and see what we've got in the box. So, ooh, instruction manual. All right. As much as I hate to read the instruction manuals, let's see. All right, one piece of paper, only writing on one side. Pretty sure I can handle that. Let's see, locate a wall stud. Do not secure to drywall only. Mount the wall plaque to the stud. With the supplied 2-inch screws, insert the mounting arm into the wall plaque. Determine which of the two supplied adjustable prongs fit your trophy skull. Okay, we'll get to that. Awesome. All right, so in the box, we've got some bubble wrap, which is cool. Okay, so first thing is we've got the little plastic bag with, looks like 2 drywall screws, which I will not be using because they are Phillips head instead of Robertson. So I'll definitely be replacing those. And then I've got 2, looks like a little bolt and a nut. All right. Okay. Next, it's protected pretty well. All right, so we've got these 2. Oh, I see. Okay, so there's 2 different sizes of little prongs. All right, so these are little, get some holes. That one's a little shorter. And then this one is the same, but longer. Okay, so basically these are built the exact same. One is a little longer, and the loopy part here is wider than this one. Okay, we'll see just a minute how that goes. And then you've got this wall bracket, pretty cool, right? So this wall bracket, and then screw hole in the top, screw hole in the bottom. Seems pretty self-explanatory. And then you've got this long bracket here, which I'm assuming is going to mount into those, just like you would think, just like that. Yeah, okay, so that just drops down into there. Okay, so that's what you've got right there. So that's going to be what it looks like kind of mounted on the wall, right? Kind of bring it out some from the wall. And then you've got this bracket here, which looks like is going to bolt at whatever angle you want. So you've got these match up, right? Top hole, bottom hole. You're gonna match them up like that, and then you can bolt them at whatever angle you want this to set at. So the top one, obviously will allow it to rotate, and then the bottom one you just tighten up which whatever angle you want. Okay, so that's pretty self-explanatory. I don't hate that. Pretty easy so far. I have my doubts as to what this is going to look like up on the wall, but we'll find that out in just a minute. So let's go back here for just a second to where it says to determine which of the two supplied prongs, these babies, best fit. So by positioning the back of the skull facing up, insert the prong only into the skull. The standard or smaller prong works best for most species. For extra large skulled species such as moose and Cape buffalo, utilize the extra large prong. All right, we'll take a look at that. Okay, so we've got our moose rack and it is facing up. This is the standard size, so I can see pretty easily what it means, right? So here's the standard size one, and it's gonna hook, I believe this way, right? So up in the cavity, and it's gonna hook up inside of there, yep, to hold that. And when you look at this one, this is the standard size, and you can see how it kind of fits, but not really. It doesn't really go up in there down in there very far. But then you look at the big one. The bigger one is here, and it slides clear up in, just like that. Fits in there real nice, and you can see how that molds right around this area here. So definitely for a moose, a good old NB moose, or any moose, I would say, you want the bigger bracket for sure. Okay, so we determined that we need the big bracket, the larger one, and it only fits on here the one way. So there's the top one, and we've got a little bolt, and on the other side we've got a lock nut. Okay, so there's two nuts that come in the package. One is a lock nut and one isn't. So the one that goes on the top here you want that to be the lock nut, because that's not supposed to come on and off. Right, so we just turn that on like that. And I need a star screwdriver, I guess. So the other thing that you can see is once you get that in place, there's some holes in the bottom, but only two of them are ever going to match up at one time. So you can adjust the angle that you want this to sit at, right? So I'm going to put it with the farthest one back right now and just see what that does, like what it looks like. I'm not sure what it's going to look like. Perfect. Now, so that's what the bracket looks like this, once it's installed. And again, that's on its farthest setting back. We can change the angle of that if we need to, okay? And then this is gonna be the wall mounting bracket. So there's one thing that the instructions don't tell you, and that is how far up or down the wall, based on your ceiling height, to mount this skull hooker. So assuming that the skull hooker is gonna mount right here in the skull of the animal, and I want the antlers to be, not right on the ceiling. So I'm going to come down here from the bottom about 16 inches. That's what's kind of where I'm at from the skull, okay, to the top of the tip of that antler. So I'm going to come down the wall 16 inches, and then we'll see what that gives us. Okay, so I guess first things first, this one's got to go down. So this is how I did my other Euros. It's got the nice wooden plaque, and it's got, the angled piece, and this is all lovely. There's nothing wrong with this at all. This is really nice, actually. I like this style of Euro. And make sure the instructions are pretty clear that you have to mount this directly into a stud, not into like just drywall or whatever, obviously. All right, that's good and solid. Make sure that's sitting pretty straight. Okay, so we've got the mounting plate on the wall, and then it says to set this bracket down into the plate as such. Okay, Got it. That sits down there pretty good. All right. Solid. Not going anywhere. Good. Now, boy, that comes out and then up. I don't know if we're going to have room here for the antlers, but we're about to find out. Okay, I'm going to go get the skull and see if we can get that up there the way it's supposed to go. All right, so we got our bracket up here. We got our moose rack. Now, pretty tight in my garage for sure. I'm not sure this is gonna, hopefully you got more room in your garage than I got in mine. Let us see, what do we got here? That can't be right.
Works.
Okay, so that's what it says to do. Oh, you can even turn it.
It's a good thing. It's a good setup.
That's actually really neat. I didn't love it initially. I still don't know if I do. It doesn't go up in there very far. But it's secure. I mean, you can't pull it off of there. It's hooked up in the brain cavity. Oh, that's neat. Okay.
You're learning more and more as you go.
All right. So this is really quite neat. I didn't love it. It didn't seem really secure, but now that it's on there, you can turn it at whatever angle you want to show it off at. So you can obviously rotate it back and forth to show the different angles that you want to do. And let me just see that quick, Elliot. So you can see that this actually mounts down inside the brain cavity, like right here. So right here, that straight shaft goes up into this bone and it can't come out. And then you got the two bracket parts here that attach around the base to support the bottom part, like this, right? So it's actually pretty solid. It seemed a little sketchy to me when I first put it on there because it seemed a little flimsy, but it's really not that bad. So I'll show it to you from this side over here. So what you can see is that you've got these mounting brackets, and this is solid here. This isn't going anywhere here and here. Mounted it to the wall good and steady. You've got that shaft going up into the brain cavity a fair bit. And then these are also hooked on the bottom. All right, so that's it. And you can turn it whatever way you want. I kind of like it a little bit angled. What do you think, buddy? You like it angled like that?
Yeah, I like it so you can, like, when you first come in, you can, like, see it.
All right, let's look at it from down there. All right, yeah, well, that's not too bad. I'm not sure I love the look of that bracket. I really like stuff on wood better, but you live and learn, I guess. It's pretty cool and pretty easy to do. All right, guys, well, that's it. That's the skull hooker mounting bracket. You can decide for yourself. I don't dislike it. I don't hate it. Not sure I like the look of all this metal. I do like the look of some stuff on the wood plaques too. But anyway, that's it. And I hope this is. I hope this little product review helps you out. And you can, like I said, I'll put a link in the description down below as to where you can pick up one of these brackets if you want one on Amazon. And anyway, listen, until next time, happy hunting from the MD Wildman channel.